is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the case swap, which has been taking way too long, but in theory today's video should be the final step. Today's video should be the biggest and final modification that we have to do in order to be able to mount a K-series engine into our engine bay, which is very exciting, but I'm a bit embarrassed. I got a little bit carried away trying to do this in a very cheap way. Let's just say, just buy the tools. I ended up spending more than what I had to in order to do today's project. So I got out of work and I stopped by at Harbor Freight because it's close to my job. And so it's still in my lunchbox. $51.67 because I bought a light. Technically you don't need, but I needed it. And we got a mallet, pretty heavy. Got a little crowbar, bought the Chiva. We got a automatic center punch. I'm excited to try this out. I've seen these and they seem pretty cool, so wanted to try that. This is the light I bought. I'm excited to try this bad boy out. Apparently fucking great. I think it's bright. This was the most expensive thing, so ignore that. And then we need a spot weld cutter. This is important, and we're gonna go ahead and try this bad boy out today. See if it makes our life a lot easier than what I have been doing when I was doing all the testing. Let's go outside of the hatch so I can show you guys my fat ass mistake. So we're outside now, we're in the engine bay, and it's pretty lit up in here because of this light. It's pretty cool. It's magnet. It just stays up on the hood, and also we got the grill pour right there. Let me show you guys my mistake, which I will say it's not the end of the world. In order to install our brand new Hasport's engine mount, didn't know you have to do this. You have to remove this, and this thing has a couple spot welds, and a spot weld is basically, it's just like a little hole where they welded it. They're a pain in the ass because you have to use a specific drill bit or like a sander. I had drill bits and I just went a little too deep, so I ended up going into the actual frame rail of the car instead of just drilling just the little weld pool that we have to drill out. To fill these in later on, I ended up doing these, which aren't that deep, but I don't know if we cut enough of the spot welds in order to remove it. Today I have left the top spot welds to have a better angle, a better view for the camera, but first we got to remove all these wires that are in the way in order to get to these spot welds. Clutch line has been removed, AC line has been removed as well. We have perfect access to our 4 spot welds on the top. I'm bending all these lines, but it's okay because I think we have to replace them anyways. In order to remove one of these spot welds, we got this little center punch. Get it right in the middle. This one's kind of weird because it's like double. Let me show you guys on this one. Get it right in the center. Push down, it makes a little dent. With that little dent, you then use a drill bit to make that hole a little bit bigger so that you can use one of these little spot weld things which fit. Oh, actually it kind of works just like that, so we might not even have to make a hole bigger, but we might just do it just in case, because this thing tends to like to walk around once you actually start doing the thing. But we'll go ahead and test it out. I'm just trying to explain to you guys before I do time lapse and get rid of all these spot welds. I want to do it as fast as possible. It's cold and I'm not trying to make too much noise, even though it's 5:31. It is dark. That's basically the process. I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse and we'll see what happens. We got the first spot weld done, which it was a lot easier once we have the tools that we actually needed. And down, and hopefully it is deep enough. But that is basically what we're gonna have to do with all the rest of the spot welds. See how long it takes me to remove this bad boy. After about like an hour, we got it basically off, except these 2 spot welds. It's really difficult to try to get the drill bit in there because it's not gonna do it properly. So I think I'm just gonna grab the big drill bit and just try to angle it my best that I can, just to try to drill up as much material as I possibly can so I could just pop this bad boy off. Oh man, guys, hour and it's freaking out. Drilled out as much material as I possibly could. This one, I didn't do anything to it. I was just wiggling it, and this one was able to pop off first, and then this one, I just wiggled it this way, and it kind of just popped off like that. Feels so nice to finally get this off. It's kind of funny. It's like, in order to change an engine, you gotta become the engine. Went ahead and wiped down this whole area. It's nice and clean, and as you can see, we still have all this mess. Now, as for my mistake, got 1 hole, 2 holes, 3 holes, 4 holes, and then this one, right here. Drive me nuts, dude. But whatever, what can we do? It's so irritating. I'm gonna find someone local that can weld these holes up, or if not, I'll pick up a little welder and, you know, just try to fill these holes. And it doesn't seem too hard, but still, it's very irritating that we have these random ass little pieces inside there. We're gonna call it for tonight. The battery on my drill is dead, and we need it fully charged in order to drill in the new holes for the engine mounts. See you guys tomorrow. I got a bone to pick with you guys. I'm gonna try to keep it short and simple because I gotta get back to work. And I get it, some of you guys might look at me and be like, what the fuck does this guy gotta say? What does he know? But shut up, sit down, get a pen and paper, and listen to what I got to say. All right, guys, because I'm not getting this information out the ass. I've actually lived it. I was listening to the radio right now, and they had a topic where they were saying that certain people have more than 2 jobs, which to me is crazy. And I get it, some people, because of their citizenship, maybe it doesn't allow them to have a good job, so they need multiple jobs that will pay them cash so that they simply can afford to live here, which is unfortunate. But for people like me and you that were born here, don't let opportunities go to waste. Right now it's a good time to get a good job at a company that will pay you good money. There's companies that will pay you, teach you what to do in order to work for them, and they'll pay you good money, guys. Do not let those opportunities go to waste. There's people that will kill to have those opportunities, and you know, maybe you're just simply at a 9-to-5 job. Maybe you're young and you don't care. It's never too early to get a start in life. If you didn't go to college and you don't know what to do, why not work for a good company that will pay you good money while you're still, you know, growing, learning, trying to figure out what you're trying to do. That's my advice, guys. Just, you know, do your research on jobs that are local to you, that will pay you good money. Figure out whatever are the requirements so you could apply. Do whatever you got to do to get into those companies or to get a good or a better job. Do not let those opportunities go to waste. Do not let your youth go to waste, guys, because you're only going to get older. So might as well get paid good while you're growing up. That's my advice to you guys. I hope it helps. Also, with this advice, I'm not trying to say that I'm better than you guys, which I am. You get sort of like a little confidence when you actually know what you're talking about, or at least when you're living the advice that you're saying. That's basically it, guys. I just want to help you guys out. I want to see y'all winning just like I want to win in life. You feel me? And I get it. Some of you guys probably are like, well, you know, that's common sense. But some people truly are just stuck. And it's a simple concept. If you don't like where you're working, or if they're not paying enough, get another job. Go to a company that will pay you more money. We're out of work. We're going to be continuing to work on the hatch. Also, today's December 2nd. Yesterday was December 1st. And this video is probably going to go up December 3rd. Which means I forgot that it's the start of December. And I usually like to plan for Vlogmas. If you don't know what that is, you basically just upload a video for every day of the month. And, well, I forgot. And also, if you guys know me, I don't upload frequently anyways on the channel. But I like to plan to upload as much videos as I can during December, because it's the best time to upload videos, because that's when you can grow. The videos get pushed out more for ads and stuff like that. And I just want to grow the channel. So we're not going to do the rest of the stuff that I wanted to do in today's video. We're going to cut today's video a bit short. This is our new mounts that we're going to be using in order to put a K-Series engine in our hatch. This is made by the brand Hasport, and this is what we're going to be working on today. We have to drill out the holes in order to mount this into our vehicle. They gave us the bolts that we need in order to mount this up, so I'm going to drill out the holes big enough for the bolts that we could be able to install the Hasport mounts for our next video. Sorry guys, I need the content, and I got to upload more frequently this month because I'm trying to grow, and in order to grow, YouTube got to see that you're pushing out videos consistently, not like how I've been doing. So we're out in the engine. This side was the mount that we removed. We still have a couple of the spot welds, which shouldn't affect us mounting up the new bracket. Now on this side, if you guys remember, on a previous video, we were removing a bracket that was sitting right here, and I kept these bolts on here. I didn't know I was gonna need them, but this is apparently where the new bracket ends up mounting up. So we're gonna go ahead and remove these bolts and mount up the bracket, see what we gotta do. Voila. So this hole lines up, that hole lines up as well. So keeping these bolts was probably the smartest thing I've ever done. I didn't even know I was gonna need them. They're gonna help so that we could make the new holes on the top. Up here, we're gonna have to drill out a hole here, a hole here. So I'm gonna go ahead and color it in with a Sharpie, and then we're gonna just go ahead and make some holes. Just want to clarify and disclaim, this hole is not my fault. This hole is fucking ugly, but it's because it had that other hole that was a little bit off, but now we got it on. It's a nice big hole, the bolt fits in. This hole is a little bit better, but because of this, we couldn't really get a straight shot. There's nothing else to do but to test out to see if our bracket holes line up. Bracket on, of the holes lined up perfectly. We got the bolts in here on top, and in the bottom we got the little shorties that we previously had. Bracket is mounted basically where we have to leave it for tonight. That is gonna conclude Vlogmas video day 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna try to be consistent with the rest of the videos. I'm gonna try to push myself a little bit, push out as many videos as I can, try to finish the K-swap as fast as possible and get the hatch on the road so I could drive it. I don't want to give too many details on anything. You guys would just have to stick around for every single video. If you're new here, subscribe, like, do all that great stuff. Also guys, I'm not a professional. Everything that I'm doing in my car, I'm doing it firsthand. It's my first time doing everything, firsthand experience, and I'm showing you guys that if a noob like me can do it, you guys can do it as well. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. God bless.